Hey there, how's it going? My name is Storm. I'm going to show you how to level up your Instagram posts using carousels. Carousels are those little things where if you swipe along the post, there's multiple posts hidden beneath them. The beauty of this is you can stuff a bunch of things into one post that you couldn't put in just one post otherwise. This is an underutilized feature by most creators, and today I'm going to show you some easy ways to make them using two ways. The first one is canva.com, really easy, free online tool. And the second way is a free app from the App Store. Here is canva.com. Now, if you go to their home screen, you're going to see a bunch of different templates. We're going to do Instagram carousel post. It's going to load up all of these different templates that they've pre-made. The nice thing about these templates is they are specifically sized for Instagram and they're all editable. Something to note is if you want the least hassle with not having to pay anything and it being completely free, look for the ones that say free on the bottom right corner of the icon, because if you find the ones that don't, you might have to pay for an asset that it provides. Sometimes you can delete it and sometimes not. To be safe, just find the free ones if you're not wanting to pay. So this one here, let's tap on that. It said free. And you'll see this one's really unique. So all of this is editable. It really looks like it has a video clip, stars, and a review, but all of this text can be changed down to the timestamp, everything. So that's one that I want to use. But there's another one in here that's really unique as well. That is this one down here. Now this one isn't free, the other one is free. But this one has this really cool, almost like notification style. And that's why it's a premium design, because it has this really premium feel. So let's start with the free one first. Now let's say you wanted to make a carousel with 3 different swipes. So we can either add a page, which would be a blank page, and we can add text to it, or we can duplicate the one we already have. Let's go ahead and add a new page. I'm gonna go to text here on the left side. And then they have different text font combinations. These are usually going to be pro versions, so they're not going to be free to use, but the free ones are here up top. So let's just use that as an example for today. And I'm going to put favorite movies 2021. You can change the font type here. Okay, I like that one. Now you can either drag on the corners to make it bigger or smaller. You can also adjust the width of your frame here, but I think that looks pretty good. You can also change the text size just up here by typing it in. And then you also have some other options. So hidden under this 3-dot icon, you've got effects, animate, and position. Now, since this is going to be a carousel, you could do this with a video, but for the simplicity's sake, I'm just going to stick with something that isn't animated. If you wanted to animate the text though, you could just tap on that, and that's what it would look like in the post, which is pretty sweet. Let's just go ahead and do it. So that one's nice. Now again, there's extra stuff here, and that's just text animations. You can also change page animations, but it would be easier to see if it wasn't a black background. Moving on, let's go to effects. And you have different things like shadow, space. You can also change the background. So if you click on the background image, you can either change the color, or you can go to photos and they have a whole photo library. If you find some that are pro, then you would have to pay, but most of them are going to be free, and you can also search up top. Another nice thing is the elements side. So let's just type in camera. I want something like this. See if there's any more. Ooh, this is nice. This film reel, actually. That's pretty good. I'm going to resize it, put it in the background here. So I'll duplicate it. And then what we can do is we can rotate it this way. That will allow us to put it up here. Okay, now if we did page animation, it'll animate everything in the frame, just so you can see kind of what that does. So let's move on to the next one. So this is the one that's already pre-made. Let's go ahead and put the file. And then let's change the background. You can adjust. Change the saturation to nothing, brightness go down, add a vignette, and I'm also going to change the text here to that one. And then the file is one of those movies that just isn't real. Change all this text here, 5-hour movie. Okay, and you can even change the name, change this to the name of your page. So there's one. We can do one more here. So there we go, that's edited. Now you can see all three of them here. So now there's a couple ways you can export this. If you press this preview, this will show you that it would just export it as a movie file, so kind of as a video file, and then that'll be what plays as your post. So I'll show you how that works. First I'll hit download, and we'll hit download. While that downloads, we can also select the other option. So the other option would be having 3 different images. Obviously that might work better, so we'll do PNG and all pages. And as you see, it won't have animations this way. So if you want the animations, you'll need to save it as a video file, and you can save each one individually as a video so that you can swipe between them as a carousel, but we don't have to have those effects and those animations, so I'll download it like that. So let's talk about the second type of carousel. Now this is the one where you can have one image for multiple images in a carousel. You can do it totally free with an app I love called SwipeMix. There is a pro version that allows more templates, more options, but if you just want to swipe between one image and have multiple carousels, this is an easy way to go. So if you get SwipeMix from the App Store, at the very top it says Starter Templates. This is free, so let's tap on that. And you'll see at the top it says 4:5 ratio, 1 photo on 2 frames. This is what we want. Tap on that, and this is going to be our frames. So on the left is going to be the first image, on the right is going to be the second image, but we're going to make it up with one image. I'll show you what I mean. So let's tap the plus sign. This will allow us to add our photo. So once we've added our photo, you can see it's split down the middle. So if we hit preview at the top right and then image set on the left, you can swipe between them, and this is what it would look like on Instagram. So let's go ahead and hit save at the top right. Now, if we go to Instagram, and at the top right, we hit the plus sign, we can add both of these. So if you hit the select multiple on the right side, tap on the first one, tap on the second one, and hit next. That's what it'll look like. A lot of people will use it in a slightly different way. What they'll do is they'll find the full image and post that, and then they'll also post the swipeable version. This is really nice because you can show off the image in its entirety, and then once you swipe, you get to see it zoomed in. And this is really nice for like panoramic type shots. Now let's go ahead and post the other ones we made. So here's the one with the video file. So we can add this, my favorite movies, and it'll be the video. And then you can add the 2 slots on the right if you want as well. So it would be like this will be the animated version, and then they can go over here to see the others. Let's go ahead and hit next, share, and here's kind of how that would look. So you're gonna have the animated version first, which goes through all of the options, and then if you swipe, they can read more. So this is a really great way to utilize carousels on your Instagram page, and it'll take up your Instagram page to the next level. This is really good for engagement and keeping people interested, so try this out. So I hope you learned something on how to use carousels to your advantage, especially since this is an underutilized tool for most people on their pages. If you did learn something, I'd love to see what type of carousel you were able to make. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.